Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Brony Debates Live. I hope you're all doing well out there. We actually don't have much of a debate lined up tonight, at least not yet. We'll see if we have any time left over at the end of what we're doing here. But basically, if you remember last week, we found this story that may or may not be written by Double C, who is, as I had named him in the description, the nemesis of this show, and his really bad grammar. And Rusty Heraldy tipped us $20 to read this live. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Heather has volunteered to do the dishonor. How are you doing tonight, Heather?
Pretty good. I have a short I gotta upload, but I will save it until we are done, or I can get a minute to think.
And about that short,
I gotta drink some soda.
It comes off of my latest video that I literally just uploaded a few minutes ago. And if you have not seen that, we're gonna watch it real quick just to set the pace here. But first, I need to shout out everybody on the Patreon who helps keep my bills paid. And such as Heather, who's with us. There's also Shady, Autoknight, Emerald, Senko, DJ, Rain, Billy, Alden, Kanto, Mr. Sonic, Alicia, Calbeck, StarChaser, VentureCorp, Willyzin, Icanus, Vulpecula, Raptor's Talon, Jimmy, Yoshi, and Dark Malcontent. So be sure to check out all the links in the description, because a lot of these guys make their own content that's pretty good too, as well as, see how you can support this channel, get on that list, and what you get in return. Now then, J Yoshi saying, suddenly I'm wishing I did have Dungeons and Dragons tonight so I would miss this stream. I mean, well, nobody's holding a gun to your head telling you have to frickin' be here. So, anyway, let's check this out real quick. Hey, do you want to feel overwhelmed by ponies? Try Marefair, a brony convention for people with gratuitous amounts of autism. With all new panels like Brony Debates, with Brawny Buck, it's like having a best pony fight in an electrical storm. Sound the alarm, this convention is uncomfortably mare-themed. What's that? You want to learn cosplay? Well, how about Chaotic Costly Cosplay? Hosted by Princess Heather Blossom, a real princess! Sports! Brawny's teaching them! Harmony Through Health is a fitness panel for mares! Now that's what I call American! Okay, I guess guys can come too. These aren't your dad's puns. These are horse puns. Horse punner! Panels, vendor hall, gaming, musicians, cosplay, ponies, friendship, more ships than your hard drive has room for! You'll be partying so hard, Pinkie Pie will be like, hey, new friend! And you'll be like, hey is for horses, and kick her in the face with your pony legs! You'll do so much partying! Fun! Just partying all the time! Party prancing, then ponking and partaking portmanteaus of pony parcels and pristine pastries for party eating while party dating with pony laughing and party spawning babies. You'll have so many babies! Oh, who are we kidding? You're a brony. You're not having any babies, thank God. But you can still go see Concert Cruiser to tell you how to get into the music industry, so that's cool. All in all, we guarantee you that Marefair will make your horsepower abnormally high. You'll be as cool as ponies! People won't think you're weird for liking ponies! You'll get to watch ponies with actual ponies like you got deported back to Equestria! Hey, go to Marefair! Don't bother with other conventions! Snake Eyes! Try Marefair, the pony convention that will make you, mares! Yeah! We're going to Marefair. And I saw that MEA Arrington said I just signed up for it. So good. Hopefully we'll see you all there. You got to go to Heather's panel. It's going to be her first panel. So we need a big turnout.
First physical panel.
That's right. You've had virtual panels in the past.
Yeah, so this is the first time we are popping that con cherry.
I'm surprised to hear you use that analogy.
Are you really?
I am, because you've said in the past that you don't like it, that it grosses you out.
It's funny though.
All
A little bit. Like,
right.
don't get me wrong, there's still a little bit of cringe, but I can get over it.
Indeed, indeed. So, yeah, Heather, are you ready for what is very likely to be the cringe?
Oh, baby, I was born ready for this kind of thing. Let me put it on my main monitor so it's like just right in front of my face,
Alrighty then.
All right, and a little drink of alcohol to wet the lips and get
So
the
let's see here.
juices
This is
flowing
How
in.
Could You by Color Clouds, who is so
Burn.
yeah, that is a double C, like the character that we run into on Equestria Daily a lot, who has really bad grammar
And this is
really
a
bad
pairing.
headcanons.
And this is a pairing that they recently spoke about, so it's kind of very sus.
When was this?
Very sus.
When
but
was
this was
uploaded?
Published 2014. So
2014.
there's that.
All right. So this may or may not be that guy, and this may or may not be horrible. So let's see what happens here. Take it away, Heather.
All right. How Could You by Color Clouds. Let me just move my microphone a little bit closer. Royal Pin, the blue unicorn. Wow, and light blue mane and tail. Golden eyes that shine like a bright summer sun. A pinprick for a cutie mark. Once was united with Pinkie Pie, that mare. She was the sweetest, most hyper mare. I am reading it how it was written. I'm reading it how it's written. That mare, she was the sweetest, most hyper mare I've ever met, yet the always smiling type. But why did she do that one little thing right in my face just like that? I thought we were together forever. I was wrong. I shouldn't have never trusted her. She's a liar, a heartbreaker, a cheater.
Double negative.
That scar on her face? Double negative, so you do. The scar on her face she deserves. She tore my heart. I tore hers.
Oh God.
And that cheese sandwich guy, why was on his mind as to getting her?
What?
Why didn't Pinkie tell him that she was already happy with another stallion?
Bro, could you not afford the second D and didn't?
Didn't. If she would have told him that this would have never happened, but then a thought came to my mind. What if she loved him more than me? She must have. Otherwise, why would I think that they were smooching faces in the first place? And that begins my story of heartbreak and revenge.
Okay, this is totally this dude. Dude, the grammatical errors are very...
It all started on a bright and cheerful spring day. I was out on a walk on the outskirts of Ponyville. Birds chirped, the sun blazing upon me and my surroundings, and a couple of clouds to shade me every once in a while. It seemed like a perfect day to go and have a nice lunch date with Pinkie at a lakeside. So I paused where I was to turn around and trotted my way to Sugar Cube Corner, where my dear love lived. I opened the door and stepped in. The bakery smelled of sweets, mostly cakes, brownies, chocolate, and my favorite cookies. I stepped up to the corner, where stood Mrs. Cake. She smiled a welcoming smile and asked me what I'd like. Pinkie Pie, do you know where she is? She just left on a walk a few minutes ago. I believe she said she was on her way to park to meet up with a friend of hers. Thank you. I left quietly, wondering who Pinkie was to meet up on a fine day like this. Perhaps some company she and her friend wouldn't mind. And going to go see her and her friend was the biggest mistake I've ever made. I made my way to the Ponyville Park, a quiet spot on warm days for a surprise. So I searched for a pink cotton-like mane around the area, looked here, there, almost everywhere, but no curly pink mane was found. Where is she? ... That's when I spotted her, sitting on a bench behind a series of trees and bushes, with her friend, more so, Colt friend, who was wearing a cowboy hat and poncho. Boy, did he look familiar. The two were sharing lips. What horror it was to me! Why? Because Pinkie and I have never even had our first lip-to-lip kiss. Never! The only thing closest to kissing was a nuzzle on my cheek. That's it! I guess she never did love me, huh? You know I love you, Pinkie, right?
Are you kidding me? We ate each other's faces!
Oh my
God!
God!
Started laughing hysterically. Right there. They never even noticed me standing to their right about 5 inches away. That was very close. How did they not notice? Finally, the mare looked up, and her eyes, flooding with fear almost instantly. The light-orange stallion asked what was wrong, and looked in the direction that Pinky was looking. The two faces stared breathlessly into my eyes. I did the same. We were all just standing there, dumbfounded. There was literally silence for about a couple of minutes.
Penny, I almost didn't see her there. I can explain.
No, we've seen enough, Pinky. Pinkie Pie? Who is that? Her cult friend. Or should I say, ex-cult friend? You're cheating on me, Pinky? What is?
Cheesy, no, I'm not cheating on you. I'm cheating on him.
Important distinction. Pinky covered her mouth almost instantly after she announced the truth. Royal Pin. That's on me. That one's on me. Royal Pin, please forgive me. This was all a misunderstanding. Misunderstanding? Really? I approached to Pinky and handed her a hoof. Accepting it, she hopped off the bench and removed her hoof from my own. Then she looked into my eyes, desperately asking for forgiveness. I could tell by her facial expressions that she was about to cry. Well, she had the darn right to cry.
Royal Pin, you know cheese sandwich?
I most certainly do. He came into Ponyville a few months ago.
Well, we were sending letters to each other since his departure.
I glared into her eyes.
I'm sorry, Pin. It's just that.
Damn it, Kitty. Stop walking on my keyboard.
That was not in the story.
Yeah, fucking Achilles is very curious as to why I'm so close to the microphone right now. Get your ass out of my face.
I'm sorry, Pin. It's just that.
What?
We have a lot more in common.
So what? You said that we would be together forever, and you lied!
You broke the Pinkie Pie promise! I never said that we would. I never Pinkie promised in the first place. In fact, I never loved you, Royal Pin.
I never loved you, Royal Pin. Those words rumbled through my head. I was hurt in the heart. I almost felt like crying right there. But then a strong feeling came on. It was a bad feeling. A feeling of hatred, revenge, anger! That's when I lost it. I snapped at that moment. Oh, so there really is such a thing as a bad ending. I bet you wouldn't want to see the end, but I most certainly do. My horn glowed, turning into a blazing sharp light, preparing for an attack spell. Pinky, now is a good time for you to run, said the cheese boy.
The cheese boy.
The cheese boy. But it was too late! For them, at least, because I used all my power to create a dynamite-like explosion. Screams far and near were heard and echoed throughout my ears. Then there was silence. And an even longer silence than before. I was still in my place, but there was dust everywhere. I began to make my way straight to look for Pinky or Cheese Sandwich. I eventually stopped in my tracks to see a fainted pink pony laying on the ground, with scratches, marks, and dirt all over that it created her bright pink mane into a fainted pink mane. I should never trusted you, Pinkie Pie.
No, Heather, you misread that. Try it again.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I shoulder never trusted you.
Shoulder, that's shoulder never.
I shoulder never trusted you. My shoulder never trusted you, you bitch! My shoulder never trusted you!
The cheese boy.
To it. She gasped and looked up to me. That's what she attempted to get up and make a run for it. She was weak, though. I used my magic to levitate her so she could be right in my face where I wanted her to be.
Please. I'm so sorry. I never really accepted the fact that you loved me.
I went emotionless for a moment. Then I grinned a sly grin. Pinky was terrified. Her emotions looked as if she could tell what's on my mind. A painful scream rolled through my ears as I sliced a cut across Pinky's eyes with my own horn. I'm surprised how sharp my horn is. Sharp like a pin. A pinprick, perhaps.
You...
Pinky touched her cut to see how much it was bleeding, and by her hoof, it was bleeding a lot.
Why would you do this to me?
I would ask you the same thing, Pinkie Pie. I threw her to the ground and made my way through the dust to look for Cheese Sandwich. She whimpered. I could hear her cries, her whines, her sorrows and pains. But like I cared, she deserves what she deserves and needs to learn that cheating can lead to bad things. I saw a brown mane a few inches away from me. It had to be him.
Inches?
Inches. You know you can't take my mare friend just like that, right? Cheese Sandwich looked up at me. He had burn scars on his forehead, muzzle, hooves, and in a few other places on him, most likely from the impact of my explosive spell that I used. It was well worth it. Get away from me, partner. I don't want to see you. That's not your decision to make. Cheese tried to stand up, but he would stumble, like a newborn foal learning how to stand on his tiny hooves. Listen, I never asked for this. We can't do it the easy way or the hard way. No response came from the orange stallion. He must have really wanted to ignore me. All right then. You asked for it! I levitated him to my face, and just when I was about to slit his throat with my surprisingly sharp horn, I was halted by a mumble from him. What did you say? I said, I'll do anything to have her. Oh, think you can rebel against me for her? I'll do anything. Just please let me have her. I slammed him down, hard on the ground. All right, let's see what you got, cowboy. Cheese Sandwich glared into my eyes and stood up. A few limps here and there, but he could handle it. This cheese won't let you prevail, good sir. Really? Then let the battle begin. In a flash, I used my magic to hit the ground.
I
to
don't
create
know if
dust
I'm
all
gonna get
around.
through this.
We're like more than halfway there. Fucking suck it up. So much dust that Cheese Sandwich wouldn't be able to find where I went. From there, I sneaked around him, eyeing him like a tiger, about to catch his prey. I acted like that tiger and pounced right onto him. It's the thrill of the Cheese Sandwich. He's a pretty nice fighter, I gotta say. You know, all punch and you can't stop me scheme, everything like that. Really summing this up eloquently. But really, I mean, come on. I then used my horn to cut his chest, but it wasn't too serious of a cut, maybe a few inches or so.
Few inches. Oh my god! It only takes a few inches on just like at least half the body to make you bleed out. Why am I acknowledging this? Why am I humoring this?
Give it up, Royal Pin. Pinkie Pie won't love you no longer. Kill me and she will hate you forever. And you can't just force ponies to love you, so there's no point in it. I highly suggest that it's time for you to trot back to the place where you came from. You don't even know where I came from. Yes, I do. Oh yeah? Where? Hell!
What?
Hell!
What?
Okay. From there, he kicked me off him with his hind legs and erected. This fic took a turn. We stood face to face, awaiting for another movement to begin round 2.
Stop it right now, both of you!
Oh wait, hold on. That wasn't Pinkie. The voice wasn't coming from Pinkie, which meant trouble. Halt! Pause! Freeze! Out of the dust came a purple alicorn, Princess Twilight Sparkle, even worse since she's a princess and could do literally anything. Next to her was Pinkie Pie, but she looked different. Her mane fell straight and her eyes looked of anger. Her scar from my horn had bled so much that blood could be seen all around that eye of hers.
Okay.
Cheese Sandwich and Royal Pin, come with me at once.
Suddenly, I noticed 2 Pegasi flying above, a unicorn and an earth pony beside us as we followed behind the 2. They looked like the friends of Pinkie Pie, I suppose. You suppose you love this woman and you suppose you know who her friends are? I can see why she didn't love you. We followed her to the newly opened castle, which literally popped out of nowhere for some odd reason. But I thought it looked so neat, especially with how shiny it is with all the crystals and everything. Thank you. Thank you. I really needed your input on that. Stepping inside made me feel like I wasn't even in Ponyville. Everything glittered and shone like a bright star. It was like stepping into a whole new world that was undiscovered. That fascination ended suddenly when I was thrown into a room with Cheese. The doors were locked, and inside the tiny room were crystals and gems. There was a desk, probably for Twilight to have conferences with others. Sit down, both of you, now.
I swear to God, if Twilight's about to give frickin' Royal Pin here, like, go see the school principal type of frickin' conversation after 2 counts of attempted murder.
Yeah. I took a seat in a small shiny chair. It was cold, maybe made of crystals, and have observed too much of the cold air. Okay, one at a time, starting with Cheese Sandwich. What happened? Cheese Sandwich looked nervous to the bones. He looked as if he had seen the last of Pinkie Pie before she passed away. His emerald green eyes trembled and his teeth chattered in fear that he would be the one to blame. I was at the Ponyville Park with Pinkie Pie. Suddenly, Royal Pin appeared before us. Next thing I knew, I was in the dust of his magical explosion thingy that he made. Everything was quiet. The only sound I heard was the writing of a quill. Twilight was writing down every word we said.
Is that all, Cheese?
Well, Royal did attempt to slit my throat.
Okay, Royal Pin, you share your perspective now.
I'll tell you what, Princess. I hate that stallion right there to pieces. If I could kill him with anything in the world, it would be my hatred. I wish he had never stolen Pinkie from me. Cheese Sandwich ought to have the damn right to treat her the way I did. I don't know what you just said. I was jealous. That's all? Yes. Tell me more. Princess's orders.
Princess's orders.
Well, it was indeed my fault for treating Pinky and Cheese the way that Cheese Sandwich explained. Anything else? No, Princess. She let out a sigh and rolled her eyes. Is there anything else I need to know about? Yes, Cheese Sandwich can keep Pinky. I don't even care about her anymore. Good, Cheese Sandwich, you are dismissed. We're
2 counts of attempted murder, and he goes to see the school principal. That was what that conversation was like. That's how I talk to, like, 5-year-olds that were, like, beating each other up. Or, like, wrestling too hard.
For an Alicorn, is that not what it is?
No, not after 2 attempted murders.
Totally. Yeah. The door was unlocked and Cheese led out to talk with Pinky. Slam, click, the door locked again. Cheese Sandwich and Pinky, you may leave now. I'm going to have a moment with Royal, all right?
Thank you, Twilight.
Twilight came back into the room and sat in her desk. She glared at me for a long time. Royal Pin, you can't do things like this. I don't know what I'm going to do with you. She took out a piece of paper from her desk and scanned through it. Every now and then she shifted her eyes to me with a creepy, uncomfortable feeling that locked onto the glare. Very well then. Our conference is over. You're probably relieved that you have no punishments. Probably.
What?
That's not good. If she says something like that, I'm in trouble. Deep, deep trouble. But why should I care? I wouldn't mind if I got killed right on the spot. There's no pony left that I could love. My family abandoned me. My friends will probably hate me for when they read this latest article on me. And all this. And Piggy Pie, my first love, was taken away from me. But Cheese does deserve her, I guess. Besides, he even mentioned how even if I was victorious and gotten Pinky, she wouldn't even love me. Well, you're wrong. You not only attempted to kill Cheese Sandwich, but you also hurt Pinkie Pie. A crime like that must be handled with a punishment. I'm trying to not be the bad guy here, Royal Pin, but you do need to face the consequences. So you are to do a Ponyville pickup after whatever damage you've done to the area that you had your fight. Fine. Good. You are dismissed. A pony will follow you to make sure you're doing your work.
Oh my god.
So he went to the principal's office, got scolded, and got told to clean up the mess he made.
Oh.
Young man, you just tried to kill 2 people in the yard. You cost like $30,000 in property damage and brutally scarred 2 people for life. What do you have to say for yourself?
Nothing.
Good, now go clean up that mess and don't make me come talk to you again.
This is physically painful.
Shut up! I got out of my seat and the door was open, and followed behind me was a Pegasus with a rainbow mane. I believed her name was Rainbow Dash. I've heard all sorts of things about her. I looked at Pinkie Pie one last time before I made my way out of the castle doors. Her mane was still flat and she still had the scar on her eye. She was talking aside with Cheese and suddenly she caught my glance. Pinkie's face washed from disappointed to complete anger. I turned away for I did not wish to see her with that emotion. So at the large doors I went, leaving to go and do my work. It was months ago since that incident. Now I sit in the house of mine, alone, wondering if any pony is out there for me anymore. Most likely not. My face was known and hated ever since the story got printed on the daily news. I'm sick of ponies treating me like the bad guy. Shut up, Zeus!
Zeus can't even handle this story.
Jesus. I'm sick of ponies treating me like the bad guy. I was never wanting to be the bad guy around here in the first place. It's Pinkie's fault for choosing Cheese Sandwich over me. I got jealous, and that made me create this large mess. The last time I've seen Pinkie was just a couple of weeks ago outside Tripper Cube Corner. Her scar is still on her eye. I wonder if it's a permanent scar, like the ones that stay on you for eternity, or the ones that could be healed at some point.
Yeah,
there I go.
That's
now
what
I have
permanent
feelings for her. Yeah, there I go. Now I have feelings for her. I'm so pathetic. Despite the ponies giving me the evil eye and the regrets, I've got better plans for my future. Hopefully a mare will have feelings for me and forget about who I really am. In me, head whispers, the last remark that I've heard from Pinkie since. How could you? Heh. Again, I would ask you the same thing, Pinkie Pie. The end.
0 introspection out of this character. Oh my god.
A lot going on here. Should we go through the comments?
You know what? Yeah, let's go through the comments.
I'm going to open up the Scoots one. You should open up the Muffins for Life reply so we have context.
Let's see here. Oh my god, look at there's an essay of by Derpiter in the comments that's almost as long as the fan fiction itself.
Derpiter, hold on, I'm scrolling. Oh, do you think it's worth it to read?
I don't know. I think whoever I think Derpiter is giving too much credit to what's this guy's name? Color Clouds, right? I think Color Clouds is either 10 at the time of writing this or mentally handicapped. Like legitimately disabled.
Could be.
And then Derpiter's like, this is an interesting premise. Here's all these critiques. Why didn't you do it this way? I don't think he has the mental capacity. But anyway,
I think it's a girl.
Who's
Someone's using female pronouns in there, so I just assume.
Okay. So which reply am I looking for, Heather?
It came up first for me. Like, it has number 15 on it. Scoots 2. They're replying to Muffins for Life, and that's just the first one I saw. So, you'll probably see it.
I think.
Yeah, scroll up.
Let me see. I think I'm getting newest first.
Let's sort.
Okay, so I'm gonna put
I got
oldest
newest
first.
Do newest first.
Yeah.
Oldest first? Okay, let's do oldest first then. Okay, so I put oldest first too. I'll read this first one. Scoots2 says, I can't believe I didn't notice this. I'm putting it in some groups where it'll be seen. I think you also probably need an editor proofreader. I never volunteered to do this, but I will do it for you if you want me to. There are some grammatical errors that can be fixed, and I can also make some more suggestions if you want them. I'd rather do that by PM, so PM me if you would like me to do that. It's entirely your choice, but boy, Royal Pin sure is a jerk, isn't he? I like that they're being nice about it. This is a good community then to if you could put a story like this out and no one's immediately making fun of you, that's great. I remember when I did my first OC fan fiction and I put it on FiMfiction, people were immediately mean. So it's improved. It was immediately people were jerks to me. So if the community, this was 2014 too. I put out my story probably earlier than this. Yeah, I was in high school still. So I put out my first fan fiction then, so it goes to show that the community improved. So I want to say that is a point that's a point toward it. Not toward the story, but toward the community for FiMfiction.
Indeed. I think he got off light or whoever. Is it Scoots or Color Clouds that we think is the female here?
I believe Color Clouds is the girl because I've seen commenting about them saying, yeah, she did this, so I think Color Clouds might be a girl.
Maybe. So Color Clouds, I think Color Clouds got off easy because he or she was not using OCs. This fandom is definitely harder on OCs.
And we should, to add additional cringe, I should take you to my old fan fiction.
We should read that. We should read that Meta Knight poem you wrote forever ago. That you tried to scrub from the internet.
I didn't write that poem. Someone else wrote that poem.
You did it. You did a dramatic reading of it or something.
Yeah, I did a dramatic reading of it.
Yeah,
no, you'll never get that back. You'll never get it back.
No, you scrubbed it from the internet. I
scrubbed it. No one will ever know about my dark Meta Knight past. No one will know.
You still are pretty cringe over Meta Knight.
You shut the fuck up. Let's just get back.
I'm tempted to sneak into your office one day and unprivate it.
You can't unprivate it, you whore! Hacker Warning says, this story is good. Keep up the good work.
No!
Fiction Addiction. I love this name, the Fiction Addiction. That's awesome. Great story. Hope to see more from you. Snuggly says,
even better than the Fiction Addiction's name. Even better than the Fiction Addiction's name. Look at the freaking profile picture.
I love it. It's amazing. That looks like fucking Achilles had a hard past before he came to live with us.
Yeah, well, he did have a hard past before he came to live with us.
He probably smoked in that house. I'm so glad my sister doesn't vape anymore. Anyway, Snuggly says, yeesh, that was too dramatic. Derpator. Let's see.
Now
You know what? Let's dissect this. It's an interesting premise, especially with the use of cheese. An enjoyable read too, though there are a few grammar errors here and there, nothing disjointing. A read through can fix them up. But I didn't find it believable. I don't see Pinkie Pie cheating, ever, and even if she did, she would have told the other party about it. She's not one to do this sort of thing. I can buy that she didn't really love him and loved cheese all along, but she would have told Royal about it beforehand. She wouldn't cheat on him. I kind of disagreed there. Like, I think Pinkie Pie, like, not to say that cheating is ever, like, because it takes two to tango. Also, like, I don't buy people saying they cheat on accident, but in Pinkie Pie's case, I could see her, like, in a moment of passion for someone else, like, kissing someone and being like, oh, wait, shit, a minute later, because she's kind of impulsive, being like, oh, wait, shit, a minute later, being like, oh, wait, shit, I'm already in a fucking relationship with someone already, and I just kissed this other person just because I was having so much fun with them and I cared about them. And I think the story would more be like Pinkie Pie, like, telling them, because, like, hey, I did something impulsive and I know I shouldn't have, but I'm reassessing how I feel about you, and the feelings I have for this person are stronger than they are for you, and I got to determine if that's just, like, because this is fresh and new, or because I just vibe with this person more than I do with you. So I could see Pinkie Pie cheating, but her feeling really bad about it. Like,
Now,
not
you
to say
see,
she didn't
I
feel a little bit bad
disagree
here, but this is very purposeful.
I disagree with that character analysis. I think, like, if Pinkie was already in a committed relationship and the situation was, like, even beginning to brew with somebody else, she would see it coming from a mile away and divert it before it ever got there. And I could even imagine, like, the other guy trying really hard to go in for the kiss and just constantly, like, missing the mark or something like that, or something like, and then at the end of it, that would probably frustrate most dudes after a while and go, hey, why are you so oblivious to my advances? And Pinkie going, oh, I'm not oblivious to your advances at all. I'm just trying to avoid this situation because I've already got a boyfriend.
Well, I would say this would probably be a more immature Pinkie Pie. Like, I'm just saying, like, if you want to write, because sometimes you just want to write about the scenario, and you just, like, bend the character to meet it. Like, a cheating story definitely wouldn't be in the cards for any of our main six, really, because they're actually good people. If we were, like, I could just see Pinkie Pie's character, like, if we were to write a cheating story, I could see it happening with Pinkie Pie because she can be impulsive, and it might have just happened in the heat of the moment. That can happen. But her being a sympathetic character about it being like it just being once, like, not her carrying along an affair. But let's continue with this because I want to digest more of what they said, because they have good points, and I want to discuss making this story a little better than it was.
All right.
So let's see. Cheese all along, but she would have told Royal about it beforehand. She wouldn't cheat on him and then be in the position she was with the inevitable "you're cheating on me" scenario. Even if she was hiding it to prevent harming him, it really had the opposite effect. The longer she kept it, the worse it becomes. Royal would get more involved over that time, as so will Pinkie's involvement with Cheese. The longer it's hidden, the more angry Royal will be in the situation. I think Pinkie would be the type to immediately go and say it's over and that's it, to prevent any further heartbreak or harm. She likes ponies to smile, after all. She wouldn't just put it bluntly and storm off, but she certainly wouldn't cheat on him for months and hide it just to protect his feelings. If she wanted to do that, she'd have told him right away that she was no longer interested. In the end, the scar she got might have been a little far-fetched, but deserved because of her carelessness. How could she not expect Royal to do something so extreme? I get the idea you're painting Royal as the bad guy here, which, while understandable, doesn't come across as such to me because of the way Pinkie Pie acted here. Yes, she had good intentions, but she went around it the wrong way, and in the end, her actions caused Royal to lash out and get punished for harming her. So why didn't Pinkie get punished? Did her friends not see how backstabbing she was by cheating on Royal over a few months? Again, good intentions, but going the wrong way. But even if she's supposed to be good here, cheating is not nice. She should have gotten something and not been the main target for sympathy. I don't know about you, but if I had a friend in this situation, I would have given my friend a giant rant or something if I found out they cheated on someone for months and never had the gall to tell them, because she wanted to keep it quiet to prevent hurting their feelings, good intentions or not. I can see why her friends feel sympathetic towards Pinkie in this situation, but they're lacking common sense here. It's okay to cheat now? I wouldn't let her get away with something like that, nor do I see her doing it in the first place. So why is Royal being the target here? All three of them are guilty of something in this case, though Cheese is the truly innocent one, as he had no clue. You could say the same for Royal, but he went and harmed them deliberately while Cheese remained inactive, giving him innocence to this case. That leaves Royal and Pinkie, but really Royal is kind of innocent too. It was because of Pinkie not telling him that she wasn't interested or didn't love him that caused him to lash out after he did find out. If your partner was cheating and you found out, you'd likely want to do something. Yes, you'd get angry, extremely more so if the cheating went on for months. People do harm their others in this kind of situation because of the betrayal and rage. So in a way, Pinky had it coming here, but she's allowed to get off scot-free. Why? I'd happily take some justification here for why she can get away with betraying a pony who loved her when she stabbed him in the back. I can't think of anything. But then this might just be me. Cheating is a scum topic to me. It's slowly to hear about. So in the end here, I didn't feel sympathy for Pinky, cut on her face or not. It takes a lot of guts for me to come out and say I'm not liking my favorite pony in a damaged situation, but honestly, Pinky's behavior and getting off without punishment ruined it. I get what you were going for here, and it's well pulled off to an extent, but cheating is a personal, troubling subject to me, so personal ranting and arguments aside, and apologies for the long comment, I'm going to upvote this because I did enjoy it. Cheating frustration aside, I see you're a cheese pie fan too, so I'll look forward to future stories. You may do one in the pair as well. I want to say, yeah, Pinky got off scot-free. You know what would have been an interesting angle to take was if the reason she didn't tell him that she was falling for another person was because she was afraid of him. Because maybe Royal Pin was good initially, but she slowly finds signs that he's unhinged and prone to this kind of behavior. So that put her in an awkward position where she cares about someone else, but breaking it off or revealing it to a particular person might have a violent reaction. And that might also be what makes her more sympathetic, is because she was afraid of what would happen.
And we've
And
totally
then,
met people that are like that too.
Oh yeah, who just fucking lose their shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's and we've said ourselves how we would deal with stuff in a cheating situation. I have happily not been cheated on yet. You motherfucking cheat on me, I'll fucking kill you. You see?
Yeah, and I would deserve
So
it.
like, you know, at least we're like self-conscious. You're like, yeah, if I cheat you, you should fucking kill me. Just fucking kill me now. But yeah, like fucking and that's what at least what I think you could add to the story to give Pinkie Pie more sympathetic element. She's like, man, I'm stuck in this relationship with a person who has some troubling tendencies that I don't know how to deal with. But oh, here comes Cheese Sandwich. This is someone I like with, someone I vibe with, and I really want to be with. But if I break up with this person, I could be in serious trouble. But then like, oops, I kissed Cheese Sandwich and we told each other how we feel. Now I'm dealing with the fact that, oh hey, he suddenly walks in when I'm with this other person, and now I'm dealing with this situation. Like, don't get me wrong, there's a whole bunch of missteps that were taken here by Pinkie Pie, and you know, ways she could have dealt with it, but she didn't know what to do. So that's like just how I would have rewritten it. What do you think?
I think you're onto something. This would have needed to be a lot longer than 3,000 and change words. This probably should, like, I could see this because we're in the perspective of Royal Pin here, or I believe his name, like in canon, is Pokey Pierce, but regardless, we're in his perspective, and he's clearly disturbed. If we had like multiple chapters to show, you know, gradually what he's like, and or build up to it, and maybe even see hints that Pinkie Pie might not be being faithful entirely here and there, then we could totally do like an unreliable narrator situation, kind of like what we had in the movies Falling Down or in Fight Club, things like that. But I really don't think Color Clouds here has the talent to pull that off.
Yeah, nah, especially at this phase. Moving on. I swear I recognize some of the users in here. I feel like the common commenters are like in every section of FiMfiction. Or maybe they just all have the same profile pictures. Rainbow 20% says, I love the story. The only problem is now that I severely want a Royal Pin to die or be sent to the moon. Tiberius Pontific. See, this is the kind of stuff that starts drama. You shouldn't have to demonize one corner of a love triangle to support the other. It's just petty. So we finally got some legitimate fucking... like, I don't like it. The Cheshire Cat says, I think the author was trying to make Pinky out to be unfaithful, or the author was trying to make an interesting story using the affair as a plot device. Who knows? Well, I mean, obviously. As much as I am against hitting women or men for that matter, but when it comes down to the heart, he felt like what he did to Pinky was justified because she cheated on him with Cheese, who has made her cry in the past. I am not sure if he knows that part about how Cheese made her feel. Worthless causing her cry, but if he did and Pinky left him for that guy, I can understand his anger, but that does not excuse attacking a girl. You don't attack people just because they did something stupid. You just don't. I don't know why I can't see Pinky not telling someone about what she's doing right away. I guess I see her as thinking of not wanting to hurt their feelings. But like you said, she would say something right away, knowing by waiting it would make it worse. I don't know. This story is making me question everything I knew about Pinky. Still, Pin is an ass for attacking her. I don't care what his reasoning is. This guy's kind of disorganized, so this is kind of his vibe.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here.
Scoots 2. Scoots 2, do you want to read this, or do you just
yeah, I'll take this one. You have some legit points here. Although any character who slashes another character's face in a jealous rage immediately winds up on my poop list. I don't care if he...
Where are you reading this?
This is Scoots 2. It was right below the Cheshire Cat.
Really? Mine is saying he's saying, first of all, hi, color clouds.
Yes, and then go... I just ignored that.
Well, you freaking took me off track. Well, anyways.
All right, I don't care if he caught them in bed together. It's still wrong, like Shakespearean tragedy level wrong. And she doesn't certainly get away scot-free for cheating when she's possibly blinded in one eye. Frankly, if I were Cheese, I would be seriously worried about this, because a person who cheats on someone else to be with you is a person who will probably not think of anything of cheating on you to be with somebody else. And that is true. But I think you are right about Pinky. I don't think she would cheat and lie about it. And that brings me to the story this almost is. And color clouds, please indulge me as I tinker with your fic. I hope you won't mind. We open with our narrator, Royal Pin, his point of view. And what does he tell us? Pinky is his girlfriend, but she hasn't told him she loves him. I think this is going to go into what Harriman said in the chat there. She hasn't told him she loves him. She hasn't even kissed him. She says he broke a Pinky promise that she says she never made. He's angry enough to set off a bomb and slash the mare he quote-unquote loves across the eye. Shows no more remorse. His family abandoned him. He hides out in his house imagining that everyone hates him. Months later, he still feels she had it coming. He is, to say the least, an unreliable narrator. So this is what I was talking about. Pinky really wasn't his girlfriend, like ever at all. You only have to tweak a few lines to read this story this way. Well, firstly, Pinky said, I'm not cheating on you, Cheese. I'm cheating on him.
Yeah, you just have to freaking change up that line and a few others.
Mm-hmm. You only have to tweak a few lines to read the story this way, and Penny becomes a crazed stalker who has imagined this romantic relationship with a kind pony who has done nothing but try to be friends with him. If you remove Pinky's admission that she cheated, almost all other lines about being sorry for disappointing him, about trying to explain to Cheese about poor Penny, I don't know why we're calling him Penny, that there's been a misunderstanding. Do you see what I mean? Pinky's friends' reactions start to make sense too. And this, I would believe, perhaps because I've touched on this myself, Pinky is so universally friendly and openly affectionate to every pony that it's easy to imagine that someone could mistake her friendly behavior for something else. It's why my Cheese, both human and pony versions, okay, so we're getting into this dude's works, doesn't leap to the assumption that she is being nice to him, ergo he is her boyfriend. He bends over backwards assuming the opposite, and that they are just friends unless she says otherwise. Hey, that's what I do. And that being Pinky's friend, especially being one of her best friends, is one of the best possible things in the world. Frankly, this is something I'd like to see more in Pinky shipfics. Most of the time, the fic simply takes it for granted that Pinky is interested in a romantic way. I've hardly ever seen the other party or the narrative take into consideration that maybe she isn't. Anywho, it's certainly a different fic, especially since Pinky's not the crazed killer here. I'll be interested to see what you do next.
Yeah, like basically he's saying what we're saying and like retooling what Color Clouds has done here to make it into something interesting. But like, and maybe I could have been like, maybe they meant it to be like Penny is a stalker and like just freaking imagine this relationship, but it did obviously with what's been said here that wasn't the case. But yeah, basically we're doing in a less nice way what freaking what's his face is doing.
Yeah, Royal Pin here, and this is what's crazy is I have no idea. I'm not a Death of the Author type, so I have no idea if Clouds here was talented enough to actually portray this. I think it is just coincidence, but Royal Pin here is showing...
Oh, it purely is because like a lot of dialogue choices here that were very intentional.
Dialogue, the horrible grammar. I mean, if good writers don't have these problems, but Royal Pin here is showing textbook paranoid schizophrenia.
Oh yeah, totally. And the only way Color Clouds would know this is if they have first-hand experience or they watch a lot of anime.
Let's see here.
Only those two possibilities are possible.
Yeah. I'm not really into the dramatic stuff. This was really amazing. You definitely earned a favorite from me.
Why is everyone nice to everyone else except me?
I think here's the thing. When you're a content creator, you tend to attract like minds to your audience. So,
am I an asshole?
Yes.
Oh, you bitch! Fucking Emerald in my goddamn room, criticizing me, petting my fucking cat. The shit.
Cosma and Spirit says, honestly, Royal Pin comes off as the fatal attraction type to me.
I do like yanderes. Anyways.
Dang, that was intense. Please write more soon. Cheesy pie for the win. Okay. It's great. Keep up the good work. Oh my God. Somebody's got to call this dude on something other than narrative.
Well, you know, we've got...
here we go. People. Muffins for life, guy.
Let me do this one.
Okay, take it.
Quote, we have a lot more in common, unquote. I always make this mistake too, but it's a lot. 2 words. Get away from me, partner. I don't want to see you. So the sudden southern partner comes up? Okay, Applejack emoji. Quote, I wish he had never stolen Pinky from me. Cheese Sandwich ought to have the damn right to treat her the way I did. This sentence only has 1 space below the one above it. I don't know if you meant to do that or what, but you did, just saying. So anyway, pretty good story considering it's your only one. There are a few more grammar mistakes, however. I saw your hype on DeviantArt, and I thought, hey, this looks pretty cool. I wasn't quite what I was expecting, but not in a bad way. I'm not such a good writer, but I can see you have potential. Keep writing, and I'll keep reading. This will get a thumbs up because I did like it. I'll also start following you because I'm interested to see what you'll do next. Continue the good work. I recommend reading some of the short skirts and explosions work. Maybe pick up a few good tips. Scoots too.
Oh my God!
Also, you should totally do that. That would be really
you took one of the worst fan fictions I've ever read, and you recommended him to one of the you recommended him one of the best fan fiction writers on the platform. Short skirts and explosions.
You know, that would be a way to, like, convey. It's like, hey, this is all right, but maybe you should read this other author that's clearly better than you to get, like, tips on what's actually good.
Mm-hmm.
Scoots 2, I'll just read this because it's short. Right after he replies to Muffins Release, well, of course, I wouldn't even think of it without asking Color Cloud since it's her story. If you don't already know, she's an awesome artist, and I'm so backed up with the writing I'm already supposed to be doing. I don't think I'll touch on anything until after my EG fic is done. Thanks, that's nice to say. Okay, so that's the end of the comments. This is a very low story.
Color Clouds is an artist. Now I'm tempted. Let's see here. Color Clouds Deviant Art. Let's see what we can find.
I have something politically incorrect that I wrote years back that I don't think I've finished. 0 words. Ah, shit. I must have put the draft somewhere else. Do you want me to read this title and description to you, Brawny? Because that's all I had of this fan fiction.
Sure.
It's called The Retarded Tale of Prince Blueblood. You know him, you love him. Wait, no you don't. Well, here's a dumb story about him anyway, and how he was born into the royal family. Yeah, I know, you've been warned. That was what I wrote. It's everything I had. It would have been amazing. I should have worked on that.
Yeah, that would have been great. Okay, so
I hate that you have to get. I have so many unsubmitted stories that I didn't put through. Oh God! Oh, I found it.
oh god, it's horrible, Heather. An Alicorn
Honor or
OC.
happiness? Yeah. No. This was back before. Oh wait, the other guy has it. I don't know. Did I share my screen with you?
You did not.
I'm looking at this fan fiction I wrote in high school. This came out a year before Color Clouds fanfic, and there is an Alicorn OC. This is a picture we used General Zoid's Pony Creator to make our OCs. That's the one on the right is the OC of the boyfriend I had at the time, and the one on the left was my OC at the time because I couldn't decide on a cutie mark. I couldn't decide on colors, and I just picked unicorn because I couldn't think of anything else. This is completely unoriginal and disgusting. Look at that shit.
Hang on a second. I'm gonna get I'm gonna show the stream what it is, but I gotta make some videos.
Chat. You're gonna love this. This is like quintessential Brony cringe right here.
Oh wait, I can do this. There we go. And I'll bring that down here. Properties.
Switcher.
Yeah, well, this I gotta make it first in order to. There we go. And then I gotta come over here and assign it to the loop deck. All right, and hopefully that worked. There, okay, so that, and tell me what this was again, Heather?
This was an OC fan fiction I made of me and my boyfriend at the time when I was in high school.
Alrighty then, and this is not submitted, so this is not something somebody could just go and find you.
No, this is completely... I unsubmitted it just because later years I read it back and I was like, this is terrible. This is fucking stupid. Also, I broke up with him. Anyways, on the right, you see I dated the average Brony cringe lord, a male alicorn, red and black. I was a completely monochromatic brown horse with a denim suit on because I couldn't decide what my cutie mark was going to be, but I made myself a unicorn because that was the
whore, you stole my color scheme. Brown and purple?
I did! That's not purple, that's navy blue, you fuck.
That's... You know what? I'm not going to get in another color argument with you. You're always wrong.
This OC looks like mud. Like mud.
And remember, mud spelled backwards is dumb.
And it was dumb.
Hold on a second. Pull that picture back.
Yes, I'm pulling the picture back up for you, Emerald. What?
We have Eliora at home.
Oh no! It's like, can we go visit Eliora? We have Eliora at home. Heather's old terrible ass OC from high school. Disgusting.
Somebody clip that and send it to Eliora.
Oh no. Anyways, it was called Honor or Happiness. A young alicorn of the Pallid family is at his wit's end when he is officially betrothed to Narcissa, the most hypocritical and frivolous of all ponies, of the Pulchritude clan for the sake of regaining his family's lost status. He keeps to himself even among family. His few pleasures are reading his fantasy novels and comic books and playing retro-style games. Soon he discovers a new bookstore in his town that has it all, comics, novels, even retro games on the side. But what captivates him most is the owner, a peculiar and dreamful unicorn, who not only shares his interests, but is the first pony to ever really see him for what he is, and accepts and cares for him all the same. Can he now fulfill his family obligations, knowing that the one he truly cares for is merely a few blocks away? Or will he disregard his entire lineage for the sake of his heart and simple unicorn with her head in the clouds?
More like her head in the mud.
Yeah, it really is. If you guys ever want me to read this piece of shit on stream, let me know.
It's about the same amount of words as the last
I
one.
have a few unreleased fan fictions, but if you guys ever want to go to my profile and read a story, I have two. There is, I forget what the other one is. I really do. But this one's called When Rainbows Fade. Never finished it. And the other one was my submission for Turnabout Storm, if you guys remember, the Ace Attorney crossover, they had a contest where you like write the bad ending, and they never picked a winner. But I thought, from what I remember, I thought I did an alright job. So you can read those two things on my fucking FiMfiction account.
Alrighty then. And meanwhile, we've got let's see here. That's not working anymore. Never mind. Oh, wait, there it is. Okay. This is what color I think this is Color Cloud's.
It's a cute, they do alright art. It looks like good art.
Yeah, I've got her page pulled up in another window here. It's DeviantArt, so you never know if there's just suddenly going to be nudity.
It's 10. Her fanfic is 10 years old, so I can only assume she got better.
Yeah. But it's not bad actually. Like the art is
it's good art.
Yeah. Oh, and it's oh my god, wait a second. I think there she oh my god, I'm trying to get this window to cooperate. I think she animated or not animated, made a comic out of this story that we just read.
Bring it onto the screen, bro.
I'm trying.
I want to see it.
It's fighting me. Hang on.
I'm
All right, let me see.
out the screen just so I can look.
Yeah, let me.
I want to see it so bad. Hey, the art got better. The art is great.
Yeah, let's see here. It was over here. Pony shipping manga, and all right, there we go.
Is this based off her fic? But I mean, I think it's based off the same pairing. God, her art is amazing. Her art's great.
Yeah, so we got Royal Pin.
If she just does, I wonder if she does better storytelling just in comic format. And maybe she really did just make it. It has been 10 years since that fic is out, so maybe she made that when she was 10 and she's 20 now. This is a continued in volume 2.
Interesting.
You know what? It's very anime, so I would say that's an improvement. Art style's great. Hey everyone, go follow Color Clouds on DeviantArt. Not on FiMfiction, but on DeviantArt.
Well, that took a turn. That took a turn. I did not.
You know what? This is a wonderful development.
Yeah.
I am happy for them.
I agree.
Is this the same person? This is called Little Cloudy. Is it still?
I think it's the same person.
Good for them.
Let me hop back over to FiMfiction here. Where is it?
Yeah.
Because I was looking for Color Clouds. Let me see if there's any other. Let me see if there's any more clues on FiMfiction if this lines up. Color Clouds. That OC does not look the same.
This is sad. Let's see. Color Clouds. And sometimes they have a place where they put their links to other, like go to their about section. Maybe they put where they are. They haven't been on here since 2016. What the fuck? To the about. Yeah. Don't report them.
No, I'm just scrolling the buttons, trying to see what there is.
Go to about.
Paladin wants to know if we're gonna read the manga.
It's the manga seems longer, but I don't know. But go to about. Go to the about section.
I'm looking for the. Oh, there it is. I scrolled right over it.
Whatever. Anyway, scroll. It just seems to be about that one story. Not much of a paper trail, this one.
Yeah, I can't tell.
The fact that it was color, I feel like it's slim that Color Clouds is not the other person who has the same cloud theme, ships the same thing, and is apparently an artist.
Right, and that apparently people found this story through her DeviantArt.
Yeah, so if this is the case and Little Cloudy is Color Clouds, and the Color Clouds reference sheet is on their profile, so it's gotta be the same person. So they became a great artist, and they probably got better at writing because they made it more anime, and that is the best thing. It's a gender is mare.
Alrighty
It's
then.
cute.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it's an alicorn. I just noticed.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's horrible. It's the worst thing that could ever
so
be.
that's what you're yeah. Because at the time, I thought you were talking about my fucking ex-boyfriends. OC.
Oh no, yeah. At the time, I was looking at this and saying, "Oh God, it's an alicorn OC. Everybody, run for your freaking life."
Yeah, what are you gonna do? They can't all pull it off classy as me.
You don't even pull it off classy.
You're right. I pull it off trashy. I am
I'm
white
still,
trash, and
I'm still convinced you're the one that stole my wings. Why are your wings the same color as my coat?
They are lighter. My God, I'm not going to get into an argument about color theory with you.
It's not a theory. It's just a fact. Your freaking wings are the same color.
The fact is you're fucking colorblind and you're stupid!
Why did you have the purple suit on your OC, Heather?
It was navy blue!
Chat, was it?
God,
Pull that back up, Heather. Was that?
I am pulling it up. I am pulling it up because you're a fucking moron.
Pull it back up. The chat's gonna tell me that it's purple.
No, it's not. Hold on. I think it's this one. Yeah, that's fucking navy blue, you idiot. You fucking fool. You fucking maroon ass dumb bitch. Look at it.
And all you can do is get mad and cuss at me.
Yes, because I can't hurt you physically. Hold on, Emerald's doing a color picker. And he's gonna find this
I'm trying to.
He's trying to. Fucking, as soon as he proves me right, again, because this is the second time he would have proved me right fucking again. Because you're a fucking moron. We've done this. He picked a color before when you said this is this color, and I'm like, no, it's lime green. And then it came up and it's like, yeah, she's fucking right. It is lime green.
Yeah, that was DJ that did that.
Dumbass. Yeah, fucking DJ. It's okay. DJ proved me right the first time. Emerald proved me right a second time.
It's not working for some reason.
Oh, fuck that. Hold on. Pick a color picker website and we can do this shit.
J. Yoshi says it's indigo, bluish, purplish, almost depending on one's needs. Okay. Let's see here. And then follows up saying, I'm a color guy, I should know. Harriman says it's a purplish deep blue. Paladin says it's purple. Rusty says it's purple.
Shut the fuck up. None of them are right. We're about to prove me right. Give me fucking a second.
Donut says, was it supposed to be denim?
Yes.
Well, then it might be blue.
No. Oh, control. I thought you said control B. Sorry, I have my headphones on.
Yeah.
See, look, not a fucking purple in sight. That is navy blue.
So far, everybody else thinks it's purple.
That's navy blue. I mean, it's not really giving. It's giving us a number. I don't know.
Cosmin Spears says violet.
Pasted it in here.
Or blue violet.
Yeah.
Right here. Yeah, here, honey. I gave you a link to the color.
You gave me a link to the color. Hang on a second.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, look at have the chat. Look at that. It is very clearly like a navy blue.
If it's not properly, I've never used the share feature on this thing. Oh, yep, there it is.
Yeah, it's a navy blue. It's supposed to be denim.
It looks like a dark purple to me. It looks like it's like.
Look, Brawny, do you know what purple is?
Yes. It's like.
What mixes together to make? That's purple. That's purple. This is blue. Or if I want to give you just a little bit of leeway, I could tell you it's violet. If you really, really, really.
In what universe is violet not purple though? It's like we have another. We have another word for violet is dark purple.
No! Do you know purple? You know what makes purple is red and blue. You know what it's most saturated in? Blue. It's navy blue. Okay? I made a denim suit. It's blue. I'm the one who made the fucking shit.
People, Heather, it's okay. I know what this is like. People tell me all the time that I'm red. And I'm obviously not red. I'm
You're
brown.
maroon!
Yeah, this is no time to be calling me names. You've already called me plenty of... You don't need to call me a maroon while you're at it.
Your brown has red highlights. That makes it maroon.
It's a lightish red.
Well, unfortunately,
That's pink.
All right.
That's
I got
what
nothing
pink
else to
is.
say. So
okay, let's just get it. Let's just look at chat. We're already like late into this. Let's just look at chat for a little bit.
well, we
Okay,
could
let's just-
wrap it up. We've been here long enough.
I'm gonna see if anyone had anything interesting to say. Oh, let's see.
If anybody wants to like come on the show, click that link at the top of the description there to come into the free Discord server where you can tell us what you want to talk about. And then if we...
Harriman says royal pin sounds like a royal peen whack. Rusty says the cheese boy.
It sounds like something Rolf from Ed, Edd and Eddy would say.
Cheese boy. Just call. That's what he'd call cheese sandwich. J. Yoshi said, I'm glad I muted my computer. Brawny gets the view count and I keep my brain cells.
I saw that.
Jump Street Boy says, inches?
Yeah, this cloudy color clouds here had no idea what inches are. Like if somebody is inches away from you, you can feel them breathing on your neck.
I was almost going to say maybe they're not American or something and they don't really know the measurements, but if you're not American, why the fuck would you say inches? Half Random and Crazy Production says, I've seen gotcha videos with better cringe than this. Jump Street Boy says, let him cook. Oh, Half Random and Crazy Production says in response to that, it's overdone. Let him cook with the cringe. Oh my god. Jump Street Boy says, hell!
I hear it's forever, whether you like it or not.
Battleship Agincourt says, oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was my city council meeting. Harriman says Twilight would have been 100% right to blast Royal Pin through a mountain. Rusty says, what? Powden says, Brawny, why are you trying to make this not crazy? Rusty says, no punishment! Harriman, attempted murder is one thing, but hurting Pinkie Pie is unforgivable. Rusty says, Ponyville pickup? That's it? Harriman says, imagine if he'd made Fluttershy cry.
You know, I will give this one bit of credit. Making Pinkie Pie upset has the potential to launch an extinction-level event, depending on how upset you've made her. So that's a matter of national security.
Cosme Spirit puts so many emojis and says, this is all me with this story so bad. Cosme also says, meow, meow, because somebody couldn't shut the fuck up.
Like, Zeus couldn't even handle how bad this story was.
Jump Street Boy says, Zeus, your son has returned. I bring the destruction of Olympics. Olympics?
Please, destroy the Olympics. We don't like them anymore.
Yeah. Tadapoditi says the cat is yelling at you to stop. Airman says, or mentally 10 and emotionally stunted, which given the Brony furry fandoms, that wouldn't be a surprise. Powden tried to ping you and say, you guys should read something else.
He wants us to read his stories.
Are yours gonna, like, fucking put us through such a crisis as this? Because, like, I don't think anything else would be as amusing for chat to watch. Harriman says, also, social ostracization is a horrible punishment, and it wouldn't surprise me if Royal Pin ends up in a mental hospital for his own protection. Cosmia Inspira says, some folks enjoy cringe fanfic. I'm not one of them, but I enjoyed how you laughed at this one. I hope the writer improved our overall time. Freaking Game Grumps, if you're on their Patreon, they read cringy fanfic now. And honestly, that's where the market is. It's funny to read it with other people. You don't want to read it by yourself.
I don't know about that. I was in physical pain for most of that reading.
I want to remind everybody that Rusty paid for this to happen, and he pinged me saying, thank you, that was terrible. And you did an amazing job really emphasizing the cringe. I'm excellent. I'm a great reader. Hold on, I gotta fucking scroll up. The fucking chat updated. God damn it. Harriman says Mennonite, the tuxedo mask of Heather's generation. Maybe. I'm coughing for no reason. Harriman says, you know, this story could work. Remove the grammatical errors, make it more serious, play it up as Start of the Darkness thing where Royal Pit ends up becoming a joy-stealing shade. So basically just change the whole thing. Change the whole premise. Just
Make
use
it
the same
good.
characters. Rusty says, would Pinkie Pie just be the pony to kiss nuzzle everyone on the cheek because she's just that affectionate? Totally. I think so. Harriman says, my angle would be that Pinkie tried to break up with Royal Pin, but he didn't listen, or Royal Pin was never in a relationship with her, and he's crazy. Yeah, I think we all agree that's the better premise.
I thought that's where it was going.
Yeah, no, don't give him that credit. Battleship was asking what we were reading, and I think he immediately regretted it. He was saying to read another fanfic that's probably actually good. Rusty says, another thing, it says in the story that Pinkie never kissed after months of being in a relationship. Weird. I don't know, some people are, like, modest like that, but in this situation, with it being Pinkie Pie, that probably tells you where this relationship is going. Harriman says, falling down. It's like Idiocracy. Only serious. I find their lack of punctuation disturbing.
Have you ever seen Falling Down or Idiocracy or Fight Club, Heather?
I had to write a report about Fight Club, but I never watched it. I just made my brother-in-law write my report.
That's the way to do it. Fight Club.
I don't know how I got him to do that.
I'm trying to think. I don't think you would enjoy Fight Club, but it's certainly.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's interesting. From I know the whole story. Never watched it, but I know the whole thing.
Okay. I would not have said that Falling Down and Fight Club were the same thing, or that Idiocracy and Falling Down were the same thing. Idiocracy, you would watch that movie and just go, "Oh, that's just you, Brawny."
Yeah.
Falling Down is what I meant to say. Yeah, you would say you would watch that and go, "Oh, that main character is just you, Brawny," and it like yeah. But it is a great example of unreliable narrator.
I actually, is that the one where the guy lives a normal life and then he like fucking goes crazy with the gun?
Yeah, and he's trying to go home for his daughter's birthday, and he just leaves his car in the middle of the highway, and everybody just messes with him, and he gets like angrier and angrier throughout the day.
Yeah, okay, I know the premise of that one. Burning Donut says, misspelled word, worst fanfic ever. Rusty Heraldy says, Emerald just sitting in the background petting Heather's cat like a Bond villain.
More like getting my face laid on so that he shuts up.
Jay Yoshi says, that is a beautiful fic summary, Heather. I hope he said that about my retarded tale of Prince Blueblood. Oh, that is so good. Let's see. Husby Spirit says, that's not bad for the time, probably referencing the title. I probably couldn't release that fic today.
You could. You'll take a little bit of flack for it, and then the people that get offended...
No, I mean, like, you literally have to get it approved by, like, staff on FiMfic before you can upload, and I do not think they would let me upload it. Like,
okay.
I could try writing this shit.
They let a lot of people get away with a lot of really crazy things in FiMfiction.
Yeah, there is, like, weird shit. I'm like, wait, what? You'll let me read a fanfic about fucking Rumble being freaking molested by his brother, but you won't let me say the word retarded?
But, well, we'll see, I guess.
Maybe if I have time, I'll just fucking... I can't remember where I was going with that. I really just wrote the title, the description, and I was just like, I'm just gonna write stories about fucking Prince Blueblood being an asshole. And then I didn't. And I'm like, oh man, that would have been a fun writing experiment, you know? He's just a character you can do anything with.
Well,
Like
the only
stupid
thing
shit.
stopping you now is your full-time job. Sign up for our Patreon, guys.
Sign up for my Patreon. I give behind-the-scenes looks of my fan fictions. I mean, not my fan fictions. Maybe if I did, of my cosplays. Hey guys, you remember I do cosplay? That's a thing I do.
This is where I'd put the patron exclusive drafts of my fan fictions. If I wrote any.
If I do write fan fictions, by all means, I will share them with my a thing to know about my patrons, that if you are on any paid tier, you get access to my game polls and other polls before anyone else. Anyways, if I'm done shilling, I'm just going through the last of chat. People are debating about the fucking color. Let's see.
You know, red has
Rusty-
very many positive meanings in color theory.
This is the last one, and I feel like it's the funniest. Rusty Heritage says, "There's an HOA for FiMfiction?" What? Yes, there is. They wouldn't let me release a fanfiction back in the day because I had a character sing "Let It Go" from Frozen. Because copyright. Excuse me, my favorite fan fictions were crossovers with fucking Marvel, with Loki, and fucking Mass Effect. You're telling me I can't have Sweetie Belle sing "Let It Go"? You bitches.
And you know what's crazy is I have seen people use copyrighted music in their fictions. If they're like, you know, if they got the lyrics or something like that.
I think they just don't like me. I think they just don't like me.
They're racist against brown alicorns.
I had a fucking idea to, you want to hear another description for a fanfiction I didn't get to writing?
Sure,
what I thought
tell
was
me.
a funny idea. It's called Smiles at Night. Luna had thought all misunderstandings between her and the pink Earth Pony had been smoothed out after the Nightmare Night incident, but it appears things have only gotten worse. Now the malicious mayor would openly mock her. She has grown tired of being patient. Now she must take matters into her own hooves and see if the relationship between them can be amended, or if it is best to leave their friendship in the dusk. Did you see what I did there?
I see what you did there.
This is a ship fic between Luna and Pinkie Pie.
Well, that's a horrible pairing.
If you'd like me to finish Smiles at Night, please submit to my Patreon. It was good stuff. It really was.
I feel like I've seen other people use the word retarded in their stories before.
I feel like it too. Oh yeah. It was called "I'm So Sorry, Sweetie. Your story failed moderation. The reason given was the story contains copyrighted song lyrics, which are not allowed on FiMfiction by rule. These must be removed before the story can be removed." Eat my butthole. Do you guys want my copyrighted fan fiction? Join my Patreon.
You could remove the lyrics, Heather. Like, is "Let It Go" that crucial to the plot of your story?
No. I think I just fucking copy pasted it because I needed her to sing something, get carried away, and then fall into a well. I won't add any other context other than that.
What's wrong with you?
It even says at the end of the description, it says "little something my friend Brandon and I came up with." Aw.
I miss Brandon.
Oh, Brandon. Well, whatever. We can't talk about Brandon. Anyways, but yeah. Fuck it.
Burning Donut saying "Let it flow, let it flow."
All my cringy fanfiction, all the stuff I wrote in high school, I will revisit it again. I don't care if you say it's gay. Let the cringe flow on. Your critics never bothered me anyway.
All right, I'm going to wrap up this
I
stream.
feel like you could release that an actual song parody if you workshop the lyrics a little.
I'm excellent at making song parodies. I used to do it for fun. Anyways, continue, Brawny. We're out of here.
Yeah, we're out of here. Thanks everybody who tuned in. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you didn't lose too many brain cells. Yes, in a little bit, Heather's going to be crocheting, so be sure to tune in for that on her channel. as well. And thanks everybody who supports monetarily, especially the $10 and up tier, such as Heather herself. There's also Emerald Spencer, who's in the background there, and Shady, Autoknight, Senko, DJ, Rain, Billy, Alden, Kanto, Mr. Sonic, Alicia, Calbeck, StarChaser, VentureCorp, Willyzin, Icanus, Vulpecula, Raptors Talon, Jimmy, J Yoshi, Dark Malcontent. So yeah, check out all of their links in the description, as well as see how you can support the channel and what you get in return, such as freaking nonsense like this. And we will be seeing you guys next week at Mare Fair. I'm going to, I don't know if I should say it because there's a chance it might not actually happen, but I'm going to try to live stream at Mare Fair. We'll see what happens. Don't hold me to it. Rusty
Hey,
says,
you want me to read more fan fiction while we're there?
Rusty says this was well worth the $20. If you are going to Mare Fair, come hang out with me. We're going to play some Prance, and I will break your hand, because that's what I do when I play Prance. I break people's hands. All right. Stay safe, God bless, and have a wonderful night. Say goodnight, Heather.